Hello, beautiful being. What's up? Today, I have a very, very special guest. I have Vegan What? Okay, her real name is Stephanie. She's quite the entrepreneur and she has a brand new book, and I have lots of questions for her. I'm really, really excited to interview her. I'm a big, big fan. There she is. Let's see if I can. Instagram is letting me. Finally, I'm acting up, and I don't know why. I haven't posted anything about the jab. Oh, hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, Stephanie. I don't know what is going on with Instagram today, but it's always something. Um,
Yeah,
all right, so let's get situated. I always have to change the camera. Okay. And how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Sorry I'm a little late. Um, I was already late, and then Instagram made me even later. But I am really grateful for you. First of all, you are the founder, the head of the new bundle. Okay, so what's your official? How would you say it? You're the magician.
Is this the creator of the Vegan Foodie Bundle?
The curator, yes, the creator, the curator of the brand new bundle, guys. If you haven't checked it out yet, go to Stephanie's page, click the link in her bio, and check it out because it is only available for the next 5 days. Literally, it's the last amazing bundle. It's probably the last bundle of 2021. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably the last one. And listen, guys, it's so valuable. It's not just recipes. First of all, it's healthy cooked food, vegan recipes. There's raw vegan recipes. There's a fitness plan. There's a self-love book and Stephanie's brand new book as well, which we're going to get into. Okay, so before we get into your brand new book, which is amazing, by the way, I wanted to ask you a few questions. First of all, can you just tell everybody who you are and what was your journey to veganism? How did you discover it?
Well, hey everyone. I'm Stephanie from Vegan What, and I've been a vegan for over 10 years now.
Wow.
I first went vegan. I first heard about vegetarianism about 11 years ago, and my husband and I both lost family members to what we thought were preventable diseases, and I wanted to make a change. So I looked up vegetarianism. I found veganism through a video, a Google Talk hosted by Alicia Silverstone.
Oh,
She talked about her new book at the time, The Kind Diet. And so I bought the book. Well, I listened to the talk. I got very interested about veganism. I was like, what is this about? This is like the next level of vegetarianism for me. That's what it was. And so I bought the book. I loved the book, and I just slowly started making the transition to being a vegan. And I've been vegan ever since.
wow. Okay, so that's a really significant amount of time that you've been vegan. Okay, so my question is, did you have any health issues before you went vegan?
No, I've always had asthma. I was born with asthma, but I never had any health issues. I was just like struggling with my weight. In my family, though, we have like diabetes, we have cancer, and I knew that like at some point, if I was carrying on the same path, I would run into that. So I did not want any of that, but I did not have serious health issues before going vegan.
Okay, wow. So you just, what about Alicia, like her talk, really like hit home for you? Do you
Uh,
remember?
well, it was so long ago. I haven't watched it since, but I think it was just her sharing her journey. She just made it so easy. Like it, and at the time, I was only looking for like healthy solutions. So I was not looking about anything about animal welfare. Like I would in the environment, I was not looking to hear anything about that. I just wanted to get healthy. So when she talked about it, she broke it down and made it so simple, made it easy, didn't make it feel like it was like this way or the highway. You know what I mean? She just made it seem like, hey, like just start, just check out my book. She's like, I have like a slow plan. a medium plan, and like a top tier plan. I can't remember. There's like different levels in the book. And she was like, just start with the easiest one and just start making swaps. And so I was like, like I feel like this is something I can do. She just made it easy. She broke it down. She just talked about her journey going vegan and how it changed her life. And then, of course, in the book, she does talk more about the environment and more about animal agriculture. And that's where I started to learn more about that. But when I heard her talk, it was just about like health. Like I wanted to be healthy, and I felt like she made it so easy for me to want to try veganism. And I feel like I've been trying to replicate that ever since. Now, when I first went vegan, I was very like one of those judgmental vegans, beating people
Angry.
over the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you get the information, when your eyes are open, you can't help but be like, everybody needs to know this. But then, like, I mean, that didn't last very long because people were like, stop, like, enough, shut up. And so I like went with the like easier, slower approach and just, you know, just live my life as a vegan and started, you know, sharing my journey. And I felt like more people gravitated towards that. So I've been trying to stick to that approach ever since.
Yeah, I feel that from you. I feel that from your content and your page. Just like making it accessible and easy for everyone to do what they can. And, you know, slowly, if that's your path in life, you know, if that's something that is easier for you to slowly transition, you know, some people are cold turkey. And I'll never forget, actually, during our last interview, you know, I'm like an all or nothing person, right? And I'm like still sometimes in my angry vegan phase, right? And so I remember, I'll never forget, in our interview, you were like, I was talking shit about junk food vegans, and you were like, listen, all vegans are welcome here, girl, like all vegans. And I was like, oh, that's right. Like, that's the point of what we're doing here. Like, the point is to like just let everyone know that, listen, it's not as hard as you think, and you can start where you are. You can start where you are. And like, listen, baby steps are better than no steps, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and so, okay, I love that you brought that up because I was changed from that comment because, you know, I mean, I've also been in the game 10 years, you know, seeing my health change and, you know, I didn't have asthma, but I had really bad acne. That was like my reason. And now I'm just like, it's so easy. How can you not get it? But like back then, before I was vegan, I didn't think it was easy. I thought it was crazy. Like, did you know any vegans before you went vegan? Yeah.
I knew two vegetarians, and that was because me and a few of my friends, we shot a short film, and two of our crew members, well, no, actually one of our crew members and his girlfriend were vegetarian. And so we were like, what are we going to feed them? And so we like looked up what to feed them. And that was like the first time I ever met a vegetarian. And so that's all I knew about veganism was vegetarian, like just vegetarian. And then it's crazy because the very next year is when I went vegan, and the crew member, he was still vegetarian, and he was like, I can't believe you're vegan now. Like I like moved past vegetarianism and went to veganism, and he was just like, whoa, what happened? But see, like, you never know, like, the people you're going to encounter and meet, and I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I had no idea what a vegan was. I only knew about like a vegetarian, and I only knew about it because of those two people. So
Look at that. Wow. Wow. You're inspiring the vegetarians, you know?
you're right.
And yeah, I agree. Listen, guys, you never know who you're going to inspire just by posting, just by sharing some things, just by a great way. What's up, Nick? What's up? Nick is an awesome junk food vegan that I love. And you know, listen, okay, the best way to live is definitely by being vegan. That's just the standard, right? And then once you go vegan, you can start to figure out like, okay, what makes me feel the best? Right? And I know Nick is on his journey, and I know you just released this bundle, and a lot of this bundle is about being like a healthy vegan and feeling your best, right? And of course, you know, sticking to like your ethical choice, right? Because we can thrive we can absolutely thrive while also taking care of the planet and the animals. And so the Vegan Foodie Bundle, guys, click the link in Stephanie's bio or my bio to check it out for the next 5 days only. It's only until Monday. And Stephanie wrote a brand new book called Nourishing Oats, right? Nourishing Oats.
Well, yeah, I've actually had it for a while, like a few years, but yeah, I love overnight oats and just like oatmeal and stuff. It's always like been a good like fiber meal for me because I'm not raw vegan. If you're raw vegan, fruit, of course, but oats have always been like a good like satisfying dish like in the morning if you eat breakfast. So I created the oats book because I knew that people are like looking for like quick and easy breakfast ideas, and I always feel like oats are like a great grab and go, especially if you do overnight oats, because you can prepare them, you can prep them, and then just grab them in the morning and not have to worry about them, which is why I created the book. And I wanted to get creative with it because I know like there's like a Snickers overnight oats in there, cheesecake, cookie dough, birthday cake, overnight oats. It's just like, it's like fun stuff that we're used to, but like vegan and then healthy breakfast. So just taking it up a level and making it, but still making it enjoyable.
That was my next question. Why did you write this amazing book? So guys, okay, the book is it's new to me. I just discovered this book and oh my God, first of all, I had no idea that you could do all this with oats. First of all, there's a lot of, it's like mostly catered towards breakfast, but like it's snack, desserts, when you have a savory craving, a sweet craving. This book is amazing and it seems like extremely simple. All the recipes are like simple. And I think that's so important. Can you talk to everyone about, First of all, what is your favorite recipe? If you had to choose one from the book, what is your favorite one?
I tend to make the cheesecake overnight oats a lot. And that was like, I first like made that recipe for our dope meal planner. We have like a monthly meal plan subscription service, and it was pretty popular in there. I think I had like made it and then just made it once, and then, I had to keep making different other recipes, so didn't come back to it. But once it got popular there, I started making it more, and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely need to add that to the oats book because it's got like, it's like with the lemon and the non-dairy yogurt with the oats, it's just the flavors just remind you of cheesecake, and it's so yummy, but it's like healthy. So it's like it works out perfectly.
Yeah, a lot of people, do people ask you this? Because I get asked this every single day. Like, when do the cravings go away? Like, how do I fight the cravings? What do you do when you crave, junk food or cheesecake or whatever? Do you get this question, and what do you say to people?
Yeah, because I also like I still deal with like cravings for like junk food and stuff because we are vegan, and because times have changed, there's so many vegan junk food options. So you have everything, pretty much almost everything at your disposal now. So you can, like, it's all of us get those cravings. And I feel like I just try my best to make like healthier alternatives and stuff. And then sometimes I give in to the cravings. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I give in to the junk food cravings, but like I do try my best to make like healthier versions of it. And I always feel better after I eat the healthier version. Like, I just like, don't you like just feel better? And you're like, yeah, why don't I just keep eating this? Like, I don't need the junk food option.
Yeah,
just keep eating it.
Yeah, that's the same thing I say to people. Like, the cravings never go away. You just find healthier alternatives. Like, that's just how it is. And yeah, of course, you're gonna give into cravings sometimes, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But on a daily basis, day in and day out, you want to find healthy alternatives, like recipes, like in the bundle, like in Stephanie's book. And in my book as well, I have some recipes that like mimic the junk food, right? It tastes so good and it tastes like you're not supposed to eat it, but it's healthy. It's like oats and, like, what is your favorite like sweetener? What is your favorite thing to use as sweetener?
Ooh, I like to use either like agave or maple syrup. If I'm like blending something, I like to use dates because I feel like you just need like a handful of dates, and then it's going to be like super sweet. So you don't even need like a lot. So if I'm blending something, I'll use dates. But if I'm like mixing something or pouring something, just because of the consistency, like dates, I feel like need to be blended because they're so thick and chewy. So I'll use like agave or maple syrup. Oh, and there's date syrup as well. So you don't even, yeah, you can get date syrup. I forgot what company has like a really good date syrup, but they're easy to find.
Yeah, absolutely. Or, you know, I mean, you can make your own. It only lasts about 3 days in the fridge though. So that's like kind of annoying to make your own. But listen, dates and water, blend dates and water, you got your own date syrup. But yeah, there's some really good ones in the store too. And maple syrup, like these kind of things you need to have in your house. So, okay, listen, if you're gonna go vegan and if you're gonna be a healthy vegan, you gotta have some staples. So
Yeah.
Stephanie, what are some of your staples that you always have in the house?
Yes, definitely like a sweetener replacement. I always have potatoes and then bananas. Bananas, I always like to either buy some or I'll get like a big box from Trader Joe's and then let them get ripe and then freeze them. Freeze them, and then whichever ones I want to use for something, I'll use it. So I always try to have like bananas, potatoes, some sort of like sweetener, and then seasonings. You need to season your food. You have to season your food, people. I feel like a lot of people feel like vegan food is bland because it's not seasoned. Like you got to season your food. You got to make it taste like, because I always talk to people who are like, I can't give up chicken or something. And then I'll tell them, oh, would you ever just eat a piece of boiled chicken with no salt or pepper, no like garlic powder, no seasoning whatsoever? And they're like, gross, of course not. So then you got to do the same with your vegan food. You have to season it. You have to make it flavorful. And like we flavor our food with herbs and with vegan food, like with herbs and like different seasonings. So you just got to season it.
Yeah, when you
And
go
yeah,
to a Oh yeah. I was just gonna say, when you go to a restaurant or you go to somebody's house, you walk in and it smells so good. You're smelling the seasoning, like Stephanie just said, guys. We're smelling the seasoning. Like even me, like I don't really eat cooked food, right? But if I walk into a house and it smells good, I'm just like, oh my God, what is that? You know, it's just like it's like so ridiculous that people think that it's the animal products. We know it's not. We know if you season your vegetables, your potatoes, your rice, your you know, like roasted vegetables, if you season them with the same seasoning that you used for chicken, for steak, whatever, it will smell the same. It will smell exactly the same. How crazy. So okay, so you were saying those are your staples, right? Were there any other staples? I think I cut you off.
I think no, well, because I shop pretty regularly, so like I do have staples, but I also like I tend to buy the same things like over and over again. So as long as I have like seasonings, like I'm pretty good. And then I'll just buy, like I always buy potatoes, I always buy bananas, I always buy kale. I'm obsessed with kale. And yeah, and then just like whatever I'm craving at the time or whatever recipe I'm making at the time, then I'll just buy like for that. But yeah, it's usually just pretty much like this similar things every week.
So
Yeah,
I
kale,
was
potato.
gonna So I was gonna ask, and then Wanda just asked, so thank you, Wanda, for asking. I was gonna ask you what seasonings are best, because you're like a chef, so I'm not. You're
I'm
like,
not
I see your page. You're pretty much
not a
like
chef.
a chef. To me, you're a chef. And so I just want to know, what would you recommend as far as seasonings go for somebody like me? I don't know what I'm doing in the kitchen.
Well, like basics are gonna be like salt, pepper, and you kind of only really need salt. Like, I try not to use salt while I'm cooking, but I'll salt it when the dish is done, if it's necessary. And then that way you're not, because when you're cooking with salt, you're stirring it in, and you're tasting it and you're adding more, you're stirring it in. So you add way more salt while you're cooking than if you were to just cook and then salt it afterwards, taste it. You don't generally need as much salt if you salt it after you're done cooking. So like salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder are always good. I always have hot sauce. I put that on everything. And then it just depends on what dish you're making. So if you're making, you know what I mean? Like if you're making like teriyaki, you're going to need different seasonings and flavors than if you're making like a curry. So you'll just need to know, you know what I mean, what you'll need for those dishes. But like I always have garlic powder and onion powder. Those are like my go-tos, and black pepper. And then sometimes I'll use salt. If you're, they have like Herbamare. Herbamare is like a salt. It's like an herb salt. So it's not as, it doesn't have as much sodium as regular salt. And then I think like there's like Mrs. Dash, or I can't remember the name of the company, but they're like sodium-free or salt-free seasonings. So if you don't want to use salt, you can look for those. They have like salt-free seasonings that have like all the flavors and no salt. So you can try that as well.
Yeah, great tips, especially with the cooking. Guys, like I know that like my parents and my family, they're adding so much salt during cooking. And if they just added it after, you could save so much. And you know, your taste buds are going to change, right? So like obviously
Right.
over time, add less and less salt, and you're gonna feel like it's the same amount. But yeah, great tip. After you cook, add the salt after. Okay. And so can you just tell us, so you're going back to your book, Nourishing Oats. So can you just tell us like, okay, you said cheesecake was your favorite one. Can you just tell us a few, without giving away the recipe, can you just tell us like a few ingredients to tease people with?
Yeah, for the cheesecake oats, well, you can also find it on my page, the recipe for the cheesecake overnight oats, and I just use oats. I always get oats from Trader Joe's because they have like the gluten-free oats, rolled oats. You can do quick oats. I don't know about, I think like the steel cut oats. I can't, there's like a certain oats that are like really hard. Like you have to cook them or it's just like, it's not going to work as well. But yeah, I just use rolled oats, some maple, a little bit of maple syrup, some lemon juice, lemon zest, some non-dairy yogurt. I like to use the vanilla flavored from Silk, but use whatever kind you like. And I think that's it. And then you just put everything in like a jar, mason jar, put a top on, shake it up really good. Oh, and almond milk. So you can use whatever non-dairy milk you prefer as well. But I forgot about, yeah, I use almond milk and then shake it up really good. Put it in your fridge overnight, forget about it. And then in the morning, grab it, eat it. You can eat it cold or you can heat it up. But if you're like on the go for work, you can take it with you and have like your breakfast ready to go.
Yeah, like it's same thing with
Oh, and
like
chia seeds.
oh,
I
chia
knew I was going
seeds.
to forget something. Chia seeds as well. That
Yes,
helps
yes.
and helps with the fiber and helps keep you full.
And it's so easy and simple and you can grab it and go. Okay? It's just
Mhm.
like making things easy, like make it easy for yourself to succeed. That's what I
Yeah,
feel like this bundle is about and your book. It's just like, okay, this is quick, this is easy, this is healthy. You know you're going to stick to it because it's not like a crazy recipe, you know? You're not going to spend hours making this recipe. Richard fucking loves overnight oats. Thank you, Richard. Yes, he knows about it. And wait, by the way, Vegan Fruity Flower, she said something I never heard of before. She said there's dried sea asparagus powder, which has a phenomenal salty flavor, no seaweed aftertaste. Dried sea asparagus powder. I never heard of that before, so I'm gonna have to research
is
that.
that like yeah, I'm trying to think of the name. Because I know they do have seasonings. I can't think of the name, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Wow. Yeah, no, I have to check that out. My roommate, she like tries my dressings every night. Like I make like my own dressing every night for my salad, and she always says like, this would be so good if it had salt in it. So
Mm.
perhaps I'm gonna try that out. That arugula asparagus. We started using it at Hippocrates. What is the brand? What is the brand, Tatiana, of that? Because that's very interesting. I never heard of it. Okay, so again, for anybody who has joined us, I just want to let you guys know that we have a special for this week only. Okay, it's called the Vegan Foodie Bundle. Stephanie's book that we've been talking about with her overnight oat recipes. How many? I think there's 30 recipes.
Yes, and there's I think it's like it's mostly overnight oats, and then there's like some cooked oat recipes in there, but it's mostly overnight oats, but there's 30 total oat recipes in there. So
Oh,
there's like
yes.
something for everyone.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that there's no cooking involved in most of the recipes, right? You just put it
Yeah.
all in a
And
jar, let it do its thing
yeah.
overnight, and
Mhm.
it's magic. It's like magic. And yeah, I definitely want to try your cookie dough one. I want to try all of them because I'm like super lazy in the kitchen. I feel like you kind of like say you are, but you're not. You're like clearly not.
So lazy.
But look, but guys, look at her page. She's lying. You have some amazing recipes.
That's
But
what it is. It's kelp. Yes. That's what I could not remember. Kelp. Yeah.
kelp, salt. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. Kelp and celery, less salt. Yes, yes. I have to start putting celery in my dressings. Perhaps maybe that will help the saltiness flavor. I don't crave salt
Yeah.
anymore because I've been off it for so long that I just don't crave it anymore. But and then things like greens and yeah, celery, they taste salty to me. Arugula, kale, there's like saltiness in there. So your taste buds change, everybody, but this is a great tip to do the salt after you cook. Okay, so just a few more questions. So I wanted to know, what are you most passionate about these days? Obviously, you're very passionate about spreading the vegan message. Is there anything else that is really you're very, very passionate about?
Well, I just want to, like with the Vegan Foodie Bundle, we're trying to like help people just make it easy because I know if you've been vegan for a long time, it's very easy to forget what like the transition is like and how it can be hard for some people, even though we're like, it's easy, it's easy. Like I tend to forget that like when I first went vegan, I was like, okay, so then what do I eat now? And how do I replace this? And what do I do here? And so I wanted to make it as like I want to help people make it as plain and simple as possible to go vegan because I do feel like being someone who's been vegan for so long, we do like forget like what the journey was like. And so I'm just trying to like my best help people with their journey with going vegan or just incorporating more plant-based because not everybody's going to go vegan and we know that, and even people who buy the bundle are not going to be vegan. So it's completely fine. I just want to make sure that we make it as easy for people as possible because I do tend to forget like that it can be hard for some people.
Yeah, that's amazing, and that's a great point too. Okay, listen, even if you're not vegan, you're still gonna want to be healthy. And the best way to be healthy is to make your own food, is to eat an abundance of fresh food, right? Fresh fruit and vegetables, fresh healthy things, gluten-free things, things that are like healthy, and they're always seem to be vegan, right? All the fruit and vegetables, all the quinoa and the oats and all these things, potatoes, these things are really healthy and they just happen to be vegan. So if you know somebody in your life that needs to get healthier, maybe they have a health issue, maybe they're going through some health problems, right? This is a great thing to get them for Christmas, It's not about being vegan, it's about, hey, these things are healthy, and it's going to make you feel healthy. Because if you eat healthy, you're going to feel so much better. We all know that, right? We've all experienced eating crap and feeling crappy, and eating healthy and feeling better, feeling healthy. So yeah, okay, that's amazing. I have just only two more questions. I'm going to just choose two more questions. If you could, Stephanie, if you could say something to every single person in the world, okay, what would you say?
To every single person.
So it will be translated into all languages. Everyone will put on headphones and they will hear your voice. What would you say? No pressure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I guess just be kind. I mean, I feel like veganism is supposed to be about compassionism and being compassionate and being kind, not just to animals, but to each other. So I guess that would be my message. If I'm putting a message out to everyone in the world, I
Yeah.
guess it would be like, be kind and, um, and patient with each other. I'm not always good with that either. And I feel like that's why we do have, like, when we first go vegan, we're very angry because we want everyone to change and we want to help and solve all the issues immediately, but we can't, right? So it's going to take time. So just like be kind and be patient and be kind and be patient with yourself if you're going on this vegan journey because you're going to get frustrated, you're going to slip up, you're going to make mistakes. I don't want you to beat yourself up over it, and I don't want you to quit. I want you to, like, hey, just check in with what went wrong and then move forward from there. Just keep going. Like, you don't have to, like, start all over or just give up. You can just keep going. So just like if you mess up and you have like some meat during lunch and stuff, then have like a vegan dish at dinner. Like it doesn't have to be like the end of everything. You don't have to like beat yourself up over it. You just make the next meal vegan and then just move on from there. So yeah, be kind and be patient with each other and with yourselves because life is hard enough.
Wow, such good advice. Like that is so like spot on. I think somebody wrote that as well. Just because like how many people are just on this roller coaster of like starting and stopping and starting and stopping with everything, right? Not with just being healthier or going vegan, exercise, meditation, reading, starting their own business. It's just, it gets hard and then they mess up and then they miss a day of meditation and then they're just like, forget it, I can't do this.
Mhm.
Listen, we got to stop and just like Stephanie just said, we've got to start just being nice to ourselves, realize it's part of the journey. I mess up, Stephanie messes up, right? Like sometimes like, all right, I just had kale chips today from a store and like I don't know what's in there. There's some like weird sugar in there probably, or you know what I mean? Like it's not something I have every
Yeah.
day. And normally like my old self, I would be like, why did you buy those? You know that you don't need those. You have so much fruit at home. You have so call me. But my new self, which Stephanie just like said, is just like, I'm nice. I'm going to be nice to myself because I'm nice to the animals. I'm nice to other people. I'm nice to my best friend. Why don't I treat myself the same? Like it's so important to be nice and kind to yourself and realize perfection doesn't exist. We got to just do our best, right? Do you have you read the Four Agreements, Stephanie? I feel like you probably have.
No, actually, I haven't, but I need to.
You sound
I
like
have
you
heard
have
about
already.
it. I need to write that down so I don't forget.
You sound like you already
Yeah.
have because it's like one of the agreements is always do your best. And like that's all you can do. And when you just do your best, hey, listen, sometimes your best is eating the vegan Ben and Jerry's, like that's your best. Sometimes. Your best
Yep.
is not always going to
Sometimes
be
it
the same.
is.
Sometimes your best
And
is
that
just
and
to
I
get through
feel
the
like,
day.
yes, just like, hey, like you said, I ate those kale chips. I don't know what was in them, but you know what? I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna beat myself up for it. I'm gonna make myself a delicious salad with my own dressing for dinner and I'm gonna keep it moving. And that's like easier said than done as well, right? Like it's something we have to work on, but it's definitely something I'm trying to work on, and I hope other people can as well because I feel like we're so hard on ourselves, especially about being vegan. Like it's like we beat ourselves up a lot, and I just don't feel like we need to. Like we're human, we're gonna make mistakes, and we can just move forward.
It's not helping the situation, right? We're all trying to be
Right,
healthy. Nobody out there wants to be sick. Nobody wants to,
right.
be overweight or have acne or like deal with, joint issues or whatever you might be dealing with, right? Constipation or whatever. Nobody wants to deal with these things, right? But what we need to do, and Stephanie just said it, is like basically we need to start acknowledging ourselves for what we are doing, you know, like how far we have come. Like, you know, I used to eat M&Ms and drink Coke when I was like wanted a snack. You know what I mean? Like I used to just eat
Mhm.
whatever was available. And now I'm like, okay, I'm eating kale chips and I'm gonna feel bad about that. That's craziness, you know? Like
Right.
perspective, guys, you know? So
Rather beat myself up over some kale chips. It's like, come on.
look at how far we have come, you know? Like, so,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm sure you have things that like you can't believe you used to eat in the past, right? Yeah. And
Oh yeah.
now, you know, when you have like a vegan moment, you have a vegan junk food moment, just enjoy it and just move on and get the bundle while you can because it's only available for the next 5 days. Basically, this is the key to being healthy. Finding recipes that you love that are easy, that's so key. So key. Like most people out there are not chefs. You know what I mean? They're not like, they don't enjoy making complicated food recipes. They enjoy eating, right? But
Yeah.
not really the process of making it. So that's why I love your book. I love the whole bundle. It's so valuable. There's so much, like, probably, I don't know how many recipes, but there's something for everyone because it's not just raw, it's not just cooked. There's everything in there. Healthy. There's some like treats, you know, there's some things
Yeah.
that you're
There's
gonna,
definitely some treats.
yeah, you know, like there's some holiday special things that you're gonna make, and then there's some things that you can make every single day, and still love them. So, yeah. Anything else that you would like to tell everyone before we head out? That why they should get the bundle or that you're working on now?
Well, yeah, I just want everyone to check out the bundle. Make sure you check out Jeanette's link in bio so that you can purchase it. And oh, the name of it's the Vegan Foodie Bundle, and the name of my book in the bundle is Nourishing Oats. And we do have, I forgot, Kathy has a cooking class in the bundle that has savory oats. So if you're not so much into sweets, you want savory, you can check out her cooking class that's also in the bundle and, you know, mix it up and make it fun. But everything is so amazing in the bundle. And oh, and like you talked about like salt and sugar and stuff, we do have a quit sugar program in there as well. There's like literally something for everyone. We have like so many things in there. So I definitely want people to check out the bundle. Make sure you check out Jeanette's link in the bio and just check out the link. You don't have to purchase right away. Just go to the link and check out everyone's stuff in there so you can look for yourself and see if there's like a few things in there for you. And then you might as well just buy it and then you'll have even more things that you can take a look at later. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And yeah, I have a introduction to the raw vegan lifestyle in there. So if you're thinking about like, hey, maybe I want to try it out for a week, this is perfect for you. I have a week worth of recipes, shopping list, simple, easy recipes, okay? And by the way, you don't have to be 100% raw to reap the benefits of being a healthy vegan, right? If you have a healthy, like a raw vegan breakfast, a raw vegan lunch, and then a really healthy cooked vegan meal at dinner, you can feel amazing. You can lose weight. You can totally get rid of any health issues that you might be dealing with. And you don't have to be 100% raw. So check that out, guys. Okay, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of the bundle. It's so valuable, so much value in this, like in this bundle, that it's just an honor to be a part of it. And I thank you so much, Stephanie.
Oh, I'm so glad you're a part of it. Thank you for joining.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing your time and knowledge and experience. And everybody go check out the links in our bio and we will see you soon. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for everything. You're amazing.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jeanette.
Bye.
Bye.